And it is that time again, and it is that special moment we come together and we share with some of our movers and shakers in the community about agents in the trenches, what's happening, how it's happening, what we're bringing to the table. And today is a very special edition. And I'm going to tell you this, we are in the season. Today is the 1st of November. We just closed out the first month of the last quarter. And today we are opening up the second month of the last quarter of 2024. And these fine women, these movers, shakers, these gladiators of change that you see here, Thalia, Jacqueline, and Christal, are really focused on one thing, and that is launching a powerful 2025. We're going to have a conversation today that is very unique and authentic. We're going to be talking a lot about generosity because this is the season to be generous, and each of them has a calling in their heart to give back and to bless other people. And then we're going to get into some of the things that are, creating pain in our marketplace for our real estate practitioners. Because when realtors are not closing deals, other people also get affected. So welcome everyone. Go ahead and give us a hashtag live if you're watching us on live. And if you're watching us on replay, give us a hashtag replay. We have a huge audience on replay. So I'm super excited to be able to be here today with these fine women. So first and foremost, I'm going to kick it off with my running partner. We've been here for a year and a half doing this every Friday, and the fun is just beginning. So how are you, Dali? How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Excellent, excellent.
Awesome.
Go ahead and introduce some of our co-runners today, our partners here today that are joining us.
Yes, I would love to. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for taking the time to come in on Agents in the Trenches and sharing your knowledge and expertise. But first and foremost, I want to introduce Christal Samuels. She is the Business Development Manager of Mpire Financial and Business Development Liaison of BurntStoreTitleof SWFL. And we also have Jacqueline Arikape, and she is with J&E Title Services. So they have joined forces with the Southwest Florida Real Estate and Business Academy, and we are on to doing some amazing things. So if you guys want to take a moment, we'll start with Christal first to introduce yourself, and then we go to Jacqueline.
All right, well, hi everybody, thanks for coming on. So a little bit about me. I've always done business development for more than 10 years, and I love collaborating with others. I love giving back to the community. I love just making a difference one day at a time, even if it's just one person. I love just the whole thing about teamwork itself. I feel like that's very important. And if we all just collaborated together, we can all become this extreme powerhouse that we can help so many people.
Beautiful. I love that.
Awesome. Thank you, Christal. And Jacqueline, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me once again here on your platform. It's amazing. My name is Jacqueline Arikape. I am the Director of Sales and Marketing for J&E Title Services. It's a boutique title company with 3 locations throughout the state to serve you. I have been in real estate for 18 years now, in one capacity or the other. My biggest thing is definitely giving back. It's something that was instilled by my grandmother years and years and years ago when I was a very young girl, giving back, and we would do things in the community. It's something that I believe in. It's part of my purpose. And also it's something that I believe in showing my children. So my son, we have started an initiative called Basket Brigade, and I can talk more about that later, but it was something that I wanted to do so that he can see that the secret of life is giving. And so we want to definitely highlight this very season to be generous right now. So thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, let's get this conversation started. So actually, we are all here at the Southwest Florida Real Estate and Business Academy. let's go back a little bit just so we all align with this powerful vision that I know is in the heartbeat of each and every one of us here, from Thalia to Christal to Jackie. And it's to make a difference in our marketplace, to be those pinnacles of, change, and to really lead by example. We're living in a season and in a time where now more than ever, we can help someone. And by giving what we already know, the powerful thing is we can actually change someone's life, because when someone's business scales, it affects every area of their life. You heard Jackie say it, Christal say it, you've heard Talia say it in the past. We all do this because we want to leave a legacy for our family. So today we are here because the Southwest Florida Real Estate and Business Academy took on a challenge to donate a tree, from donating the tree, the stand, the lights, the decorations. And so I want to kick it off in a conversation. So don't feel afraid, ladies, to interrupt each other. And let's just have a very relaxed, let our hair down conversation. This actually just started this past week. I mean, like maybe 4 days ago, when I said, I put a shout out and I said, hey, I need hands on deck. I need helping elves. I need people that can, come and support this benevolent opportunity where we are going to donate this tree. We need to show up and decorate it at Robin Stuckey Naples. So shout out to Robin Stuckey. We should tag Robin Stuckey Naples here so they see we're, talking about them. So if anybody's watching, go ahead and hit, Robin Stuckey Naples. We're going to decorate it today. And then there's going to be a master auctioneer that is going to come in on the 19th of November and do an auction of these trees. And part of the proceeds are going to go to the shelter for abused women and children, right? I mean, there's so many women and children suffering in silence from abuse that we don't see because everybody smiles. So I want to open up this conversation because the two of you just grabbed the bull by the horns. You brought you literally brought this vision to reality, and here we are. So who wants to kick it off? Why did you decide to say yes? And we'll go from there.
I think for me, anything that has to do with women and children and the ones that are, affected by domestic violence, it is something that is a cause that is very close to me. I am a big advocate on women and children and helping them get the services and get to a place of safety and get away from that kind of a situation. So to me, it's just something that is just in my heart. And when you put the call out and I saw what it was for, I was like, absolutely, sign me up. No questions asked. Which is usually what you kind of bring out with me. Like I every time you put a call out there, I'm like, and it's something that resonates with me and it aligns with me, I'm just like, yep, sign me up, and I'll ask questions later. And then of course, you guys all know that I ask a ton of questions later. But you can always count on me, and I do think that this was a great cause, and it's also in alignment with Women's Council, right? So I think that also is a big proponent in our community. Women's Council has been around for a long time, doing a lot of great work. So anytime we can align with them, I'm totally here for it. So again, thank you for having me.
Thank you for accepting. Christal, what went through your mind when you saw that message I posted?
When I saw your message, I was so excited. I love the cause. It's very near and dear to my heart. I agree with everything that Jackie said. This is such a beautiful thing that we're doing, and just to be able to be a part of it just makes me so happy to do this. And I love supporting the Women's Council, their chapters. I love all the events that they do. I try to be as supportive as possible as I can. But this what we're doing here is just something so powerful. Just to be able to be involved in this with all of you, it's great. I love it.
It's important that we send out this message, and I want to ask Talia as well. I mean, because obviously, I'm the visionary, right? I said, okay, let's donate the tree. But then she comes in and she executes. What have you thought about how all this came together like I was even like, wow. Like we also have other people that have donated gift cards, and I was like, wow. So what were your thoughts, Talia?
Well, the first thought was I've never done anything like this before. So I'm like, how the heck are we going to do this in such short notice, right? Like it was legit with days. So when you put the call out and Christal and Jacqueline just like grabbed the bull by the horns and started taking immediate action, I was like, wow, like these are women that really care, that want to give back. And that was really super like just eye-opening for me as well, because I've always like, for me, you know, I've never done anything like this before. So I was just so inspired by their like just immediate action taking, that I'm like, okay, this is what we need more of, not just this time of the year, but like throughout the whole year, you know. So I love that. And you know, Lucy, I love your crazy ideas. I'm always I don't know who's crazier, you or me, but you know, you have the idea and I just go ahead and I help you, you know, execute it at my best abilities. And I'm just so grateful to have these women as well, just you know, to catch the vision and run with us.
Well, I have to say, you guys left me in awe. You, Jackie, and Christal, you left me in awe. And by the way, I must say, there were other people that would have wanted to participate, but obviously this was a last second thing. This was like on the 11th and a half hour, because it was just last week that I was asked, hey, would you donate a tree? And I said, okay, I've never done it either. And you know me, you know, first I take action and then I figure out how we're going to do it. But, you know, this is exactly what I talk about, and it's building this level of community where, you know, Jackie, tell us about your company, and then Christal, tell us about what you do, because you do things with multiple companies. But at the end, there's an alignment that is so precise, right? So thank you for trusting me, because I think that if there's one thing that causes you to say yes, and even Talia, to my crazy ideas, is whatever I've done, I've earned your trust. And that to me is heart-touching, it's heartwarming. Whatever I've done, I earned your trust, and I think that's what we need more of. So tell us about your companies and, you know, what you guys are doing.
I think first, before I start that, I will say that, you know, this real estate is all about building connections. And, but for me, while I know that, the way that I build connections is very genuine. There's a diverse range of personalities and people in real estate and different sectors in real estate. So you have lenders and title and realtors and, you know, inspection companies and, you know, you name it. There's a whole bunch of different aspects of real estate that a lot of times people don't realize. They just see like buying and selling a house, but there's so much that goes into that. And, you know, one of the greatest things that since I started sales about 5 or 6 years ago on the sales side of real estate, when it comes to the title part, I got to foster and meet so many amazing people. And when I met you, I knew right off the bat, like you were a type of person that I wanted to surround myself with and be around, because you're such a mover and a shaker. And I'm the type of person that, you know, since just being a young girl, I've always been someone that takes initiative. So you never have to ask me anything. It's going to be, you know, done. I'm already doing it. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. And you're that type of person. And so I like to surround myself with those type of people. And I think that through you and through other avenues, I have met other title company reps like Christal, and you know, we've been able to kind of forget about that. You know, yes, we may be in a kind of like a competition type of world because she's in a title company and I'm in a title company, and there's a title company literally, I always say, on every corner in America there's a title company. But the point is that, you know, we can foster these relationships. We don't have to be in competition. We can be around the same agents. We can, you know, because it's all about building the community. And when you're surrounding yourself with these like-minded people, you get into this space where you guys can pretty much accomplish anything you set your mind to. So when somebody takes a call out and says, can we get a Christmas tree going for this beautiful cause for these families and children that deserve a beautiful Christmas tree, or donations. It's so easy to just say, yes, what do I do? What do I need? Here we go. And then start immediately taking action, because you're surrounded by people that are all thinking the same thing. And so you have so you're building like a big support system. And I think for me, and the way that I do business, that's exactly how I take my business to the next level for the agents that I work with, because we're building on this rapport that started like more in a friendly way. And then we're sitting there and we're like diving deep into their business, and they're planning for their future and how they're going to take their businesses by taking these little steps and doing these little shifts that are going to help take their business to the next level. And so I think for me, I sit down with agents and we kind of do a deep dive, and what is their why, where they're going with this, what at the end of the day, where do they see themselves? Everyone says look at those 5-year goals, 10-year goals, look at that plan and make sure you're getting something in place. And it's something that we kind of talked about and touched a lot on in our mastermind that we did a couple of weeks ago here all together. And so for me, it's just really that brings me joy, being able to sit down, help an agent kind of see the vision that they are having in their minds, putting it down on paper, because if you don't put it down on paper, it is not going to come into fruition. I just taught a whole vision board class on that, and I'm truly a believer in having your vision board and having your aspirations, your goals, your everything that you want done, putting it on paper on a vision board. But for me, that's where I take the business side of it. But it always goes back to that personal side and the relationships that I build. I'm so grateful for that. So that's pretty much how I run my life, my business, my personal side. Everything is going to be based on just genuine connections.
That's powerful. I love that. I love everything you said. I mean, it resonates and it really inspires and it motivates, right? Because at the end of the day, it's these deeds of kindness that are going to speak volumes for us. Christal, tell us a little bit about your company and what you are wanting the world to know. I say the world because I've got a lot of people that follow me from different parts of the world. So, somebody's going to be watching this.
So, as everybody knows, I call myself the business development maven. And saying that is because everything that I do and the companies that I do kind of coincide together, because at the end of the day, authentic relationships, positive mindsets, and inspiration is what thrives me. And I love sitting down with agents. I love helping people. I love being involved in both sides of the world with title and mortgage. And then having my own marketing company, I can help everyone with any kind of flyers or marketing materials. I just want to see everybody win. So whatever that looks like, let's make a plan. Let's stay positive. This real estate industry is already crazy. Let's just have fun. Like, I love what I do. I'm so grateful that I'm able to even be doing this, and grateful to be doing it in so many different parts of the industry. And I just have a science to it. And I just truly enjoy it. I truly love having people like you guys in my tribe. Lucy, Thalia, Jackie, you're all such inspirational, powerful, positive mindset women. And people like us are really what's going to make the difference, no matter what you do in this real estate industry or in life in general. The point is, we start with a positive mindset, and you focus on what is it that you love to do? How are you going to touch somebody else? How are you going to touch their lives? So me just being a part of this cause and being able to just showcase my authentic self and how much I love to just be a part of everything, it just makes me so happy, and it's just something really near and dear to me. But yeah, that's kind of my spiel.
Thank you so much. What do you think, Tali? Any thoughts?
Well, it shows how genuine both of them are just by the way they're talking, right? And even when, you can hear it in their voice, but you can also feel it when you're around them, because they're always looking for, ideas, ways to win. They're creative, they're problem solvers, so it's just incredible to be surrounded by women like the both of you. I mean, I'm actually curious to know a little bit more about, the foundations that each of you have.
Yes.
Jackie, you mentioned a little bit in the beginning, so I would love to know a little bit more about that. And then Christal, I know you have something as well that I think it'd be awesome to mention, during this time. So whoever wants to take it first.
again, Christal?
Do you want to go first?
Okay. So Basket Brigade. So I'm a big Tony Robbins fan, and I love his teachings. I did UPW. I was blessed with a ticket a few years ago to attend UPW. If you it's Unleash Your Power event, and if you don't know about that, I recommend anybody look it up. It's truly life-changing. It opened my eyes to a world of possibility that I didn't know that I was capable of acquiring, and it's amazing, and I love him. And so he started an initiative years ago, and it started with him once he got to a place where he had a little bit more means. He started Basket Brigade, and it's a part of his foundation. And when he was younger, he had very little means, and his family was approached by somebody, and a neighbor knocked on the door and provided a basket full of food for them for Thanksgiving. And so that started his Basket Brigade crusade. And so my family, I was looking for a way. We were always doing different things with shelters and around Thanksgiving, and doing things, but I really wanted to make a big impact and utilize the real estate community to help me do that. And so I wanted to show my son, we were big believers in giving back. And we wanted to show him that, again, the secret to living is giving. And when you give back, you have this sense of purpose, and you're fulfilled, and you're also doing something for someone else, and you are not looking for anything in return. And by doing that, you just receive such a sense of gratitude for what you do have, and you're blessing someone. So I always say, be the blessing someone can count on. Don't count your blessings, be the blessings that someone can count on. And so we first started working with a real estate company with Basket Brigade, and then we just took it on by ourselves. And so we've been doing it now for 6 years. We've partnered with the Overtown Youth Center. That is a youth center that caters to low-income families, and it provides social services for them. And it's funded mostly by the Alonzo Mourning Foundation. So those of you who are sports people, you may know that Alonzo Mourning, very famous Miami Heat player, he gives back to the community, and he's amazing. Him and his ex-wife now started their foundation, and so we've partnered with them. So we work right alongside them, and we've worked with them for now. This is going on the 6th year. And so what we do is I rally my real estate community, and we raise money and or the baskets. So you can donate money, and we have a Cash App set up, and it's the little $sign Basket Brigade. Each basket costs $40, and it will be donated in your name. Or, so you can donate the $40, or you can create your own basket and we will pick it up. So essentially the basket has all of the fixings for a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner. So anything that you can think of, and we have the list and the flyer, and I'll add it to the comments later on for the replay. But the flyer has, the fixings for a Thanksgiving meal. And we also ask for a $15 gift certificate to purchase the turkey, so the families can go purchase their turkey. And so, I have footage on my Facebook and my Instagram that shows the past years and how that gets done and how grateful the families are. And this year, they've asked us to provide 100 baskets. It's a big ask. Because they're feeding an entire apartment complex of deserving families. So we need all the help we can get. I partner with a very amazing man who is on the board of directors for the foundation, and that is Russell. And Russell, if you're out there, I partner with him, and he has been a godsend because he rallies his people, and we get these baskets done. But this year more than ever, we need your help. So please consider donating or creating a basket. The families love it. We present this to them. The children are so happy. It's the best feeling in the world. And it means so much to me. And anyone can participate. You can come and volunteer and help us as well. And I'll have more information down below. But thank you so much. I'm so grateful for this platform to be able to share this initiative because it's amazing. So
Oh my
thank you.
gosh, before we move on to Christal, I want to tell everybody that's watching this now or is going to watch it later, share this live,
Please.
hashtag Basket Brigade, or put the, what should people do? What should people do? Just share the
So
hashtag?
I would love it if people could just share it. The more people that see it, the more people maybe their hearts will be touched and they'll donate. Like I said, we have a designated Cash App set up for it. And anybody who's familiar with Cash App, the app, you just put the little $sign and you would write Basket Brigade, and the donation goes straight to that bucket for Basket Brigade. We also accept Zelle. But a lot of times the families, what I've noticed is that families get together and create a basket, and I think that is the most beautiful thing. We absolutely love your donations, and I have a team that goes shopping, and we make it a good time, and then we create the baskets together, which is a beautiful bonding moment. It's amazing. But what I've seen the most heartfelt thing is actual families getting together, creating the baskets with their children, explaining to them where this food is going, why it's important to give back, and it almost becomes a teaching lesson. And then they decorate it, and then and then we'll take it to the families, or they can come and take it to the families too. But it's a great thing, and I'm so blessed that Overtown Youth Center is very deserving. They're in a very impoverished
Overtown in Miami, right?
Yes, they're in a very impoverished town of Miami, so it's Overtown. Yeah, so
wow. Well, I don't know, but I think we need to step it up. We need to support you, and we also need to bring basket brigades to Southwest Florida, because right around the corner from the academy, not literally, but in the area, there is also a very needy, area of the community. We all have people around us. I think there's this great book that I love to read. And it says that as long as the world exists, there will always be poor people, and that book is the Bible, the #1 selling book on the planet. And when you were speaking, the word that came to my heart, and I was getting goosebumps, by the way. So I think this basket brigade is powerful. We need this in Southwest Florida as well. We'd love to help you extend and expand your, horizons to do this in Southwest Florida as well. But what came to my mind was, that passage that says, "For what you do to the least of these, you've done for me." And a lot of times we don't realize, and maybe our minds, if you're like me, our mind says, "Oh my God, I'm doing so much for free. I need to focus on my business." But we don't know that when we're casting out this, good deed, it's going to come back to us 100-fold. We don't know where we're going to, get our harvest from, but it always comes back 100-fold. So let's expand basket brigades into Southwest Florida, and let's share this, and let's rally, and let's support this cause, because
yes, please. Thank you so much. I will share one more little thing, because I want Christal to explain what she's got going on too, and give her time. But I will say that God has placed in my heart a couple of years ago, when I started, this basket brigade, and it just started getting bigger and bigger, so I have a dream, and it's been in my heart to start my own nonprofit organization. And it is definitely something on the horizon that I'm working towards, and expanding Basket Brigade to Southwest Florida is a part of that, as well as having a food pantry. So I am super, super excited. I haven't really said that out loud to anyone, only my family. So I'm saying that right now. But
you're declaring it. You're declaring it. It's out.
I'm declaring it right now. It is out in the world, so you all are hearing it first, really from the very first time. But it is something that the Lord has placed that in my heart, and there's so many people that are in need of food, so many children that have food insecurity, and so bringing a food pantry to our communities that need it the most, and bringing and expanding Basket Brigade, it's something that I think it's going to be an amazing thing for our community, and I'm looking forward to it, and I will be leaning on you ladies very much.
Wow.
So
thank you.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Count on us.
Exactly.
Love it.
Christal,
I love it.
take it away, girl. Tell us what you're working on your side of the world.
So, Jackie, I would love to help everything that you have going on. I can see your passion. You are one of the women that inspire me. Lucy, Thalia, all of you. I feel like all of us are just so strong and so passionate about what we're doing, and it really shows. I do have two things coming up. I have a turkey and ham giveaway. So in the beginning of the year, we donated backpacks in LaBelle, Florida. We gave over 200 backpacks. BurntStoreTitleof Southwest Florida joined forces with my husband and I's Samuels Team Mortgage Company, with Marissa from Mary G Solutions, and L'Oreal with Munoz Taxes. So we're going to do a turkey and ham giveaway in LaBelle again. Our goal is to feed 350 families. So we are in need of vendors that can donate 4 turkeys and 4 hams. We need a lot of hands-on. Anybody that wants to donate canned goods. It was so rewarding to my heart to see the smiles of all the children when we gave them the backpacks, and the families. And it was just so, honestly, it just touched me in such a way. So we're going to do the Thanksgiving meals for them. And I'm hoping that I can get a lot of people that really are passionate about this and can just join forces with me. And let's just help as many people as we can.
Right.
And saying that, that's going to be on November 23rd. So I will be sharing all the flyers. If you guys watching don't follow my social media, please follow me. My page is public. You can see everything that I'm doing. And anything you guys want to join in and volunteer, please. I'm always looking for help. We always need as many hands as we can. I serve on the board for a nonprofit organization called Heroes Unmasked Inc. We visit terminally ill children in different hospitals throughout the state of Florida. We also go to their residential homes. We financially support their families through the difficult times, and we bring them toys. The heroes that are in costume are first responders in the communities, doctors, people that they're already so serving and they're just willing to do even more. And just being a part of them is just it just touches me in such a way. So we're asking for volunteers. We're also asking for toys. We always need toys to donate for the children. So if anybody's watching and just has a passion for children and passion of making a difference, please call me. I put my number on the screen. You can text me, call me, find me on social media, ask me what I'm doing, ask me how to be involved. I'm always open to just help everybody, and I'm always willing and open for people to collaborate with me as well.
Wow. Oh my goodness. We don't understand the magic of life, right? We don't understand. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, when I was at the Women's Council of Realtors Naples on the Gulf meeting last week, and I was challenged to donate a tree on behalf of the Academy. My friend Sandra Schlapitz, the president, because for 2025, as you guys know, I'm the VP. She asked me, and I said, okay, I'll do it. But just look from that decision that I made and that challenge. And then on Monday, I was ready to quit and say, listen, there's no way I can do this. But I remember it was like about 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I said, forget it. Let me just keep pushing. Let me just keep going. Because what's the worst that can happen? And I messaged you guys, I messaged the group of my expert advisors from our last challenge that we showed up for 4 days, and we did. And then I also messaged my group of speakers that have accompanied me throughout this past year at the Southwest Florida Real Estate Mastermind Network event. And here we are. But who would have known, because I didn't know, that there was a bigger purpose and a bigger mission that was really behind the scenes, which is Jackie's basket brigades and Christal's, 350 baskets to serve LaBelle, and the Heroes, right? Nonprofit. And I'm just sitting here saying, how many things do we still need to have that blind faith and say yes to, that are going to open doors to bigger things? So I want to take a couple minutes that we have left and move into what you guys are seeing in our community, because there's so many people that are going through the pain of not having closings, of not knowing what to do, of looking for ways to making ends meet. And there's one thing that everybody that's listening to me right now, I'm going to tell you this because I believe this. I'm totally convinced. Us four right here, we have the knowledge, the know-how, and the how-to be able to help hundreds, if not thousands of people across Southwest Florida survive this huge market shift, this disaster, this chaos, this confusion that's going on. Tell me what you guys are seeing is the pain that's going on there, because people are in pain. They're just afraid of change. They're going through pain. And there's one thing that I learned with Tony Robbins, because girl, Jackie, I coached with Tony Robbins for one whole year last year, from Date with Destiny twice to Unleash the Power Within to Leadership Academy. And there's one thing he taught me, and I want everybody to listen to this. Because of fear, humans are willing to remain in the familiar pain instead of taking that leap of faith into change because of fear. Like, we will stay in the familiar pain because of fear. So let's open up that conversation for the next couple of minutes and kick that off.
The market, this is a very interesting market. I think coming off of the heels of a market that was very in abundance. Everyone was living a high life. New realtors were entering the chat and becoming very successful really quickly. And now we had a major kind of shift these past few months now, and you had people, that predicted this was coming down the pipeline. And, you and I were having a conversation earlier, Lucy, where I was saying that a lot of these experts with insight were kind of saying that everyone needed to get back to the basics. And we kept hearing that. That was the sentiment over and over in the real estate industry. Everyone, just get back to the basics, get back to what you know. But there was a lot of agents that came in to this market without having a foundation, without having the basics, because they came into a market that was, like I said, full of abundance. So they just came in and they were crushing it automatically. And so now we are in a place where it's like, okay, now what? And what I'm hearing in some of these masterminds that I'm attending and different events that I'm attending and meeting with agents, I'm hearing that a lot of them are not necessarily going back to the basics. They're, looking for work elsewhere. They're leaving the industry entirely, which we knew that there was going to be that kind of a bit of a fallout. But I think no one can really quantify how that affects you and your family. When you've, at a point where you're at such a high, and then you are where, you're hearing get back to the basics, or you're thinking about what your budget is looking like. And I think all of us, I will speak for myself, have been affected by this market. My husband is in real estate on the building side, totally been affected on his side. Me on title, things have slowed down significantly. I'll only speak for myself, but from what I'm hearing, that's the consensus in the market. When the realtors, when the listings are sitting and the realtors aren't, able to move them,
right?
It's a trickle down effect to all of us. So we're all hurting, and so
it affects everyone. That's why I always say real estate moves our economy. People don't understand. Like, when we named the Southwest Florida Real Estate Mastermind Network, the Real Estate Mastermind, people are, is that only for realtors? The real estate moves the economy in any country, culture, social, economic, arena. Real estate moves the economy, because when one home is sold, there is approximately $73,000 impact in the economy of that area. Why? Because people buy more at Home Depot, people spend more to fix the house, people buy more curtains, more furniture, people hire painters and contractors and landscapers. There's an impact when people stop buying, but I think we're definitely, like Tony Robbins says, in winter. And so we just need to know what to do when winter comes. Like, when winter comes, we're not wearing shorts and flip-flops. And I think that's where we have such a huge opportunity. Christal, what do you think?
I think that, the real estate industry right now is a little bit slow for a lot of us. Just what are you willing to do? Sometimes things get a little difficult. It gets a little challenging, stay motivated, stay consistent, think of another plan, utilize the resources that you have, collaborate with your tribe, figure out what is it that you can do to make sure that, you have things coming in. A lot of people have all their eggs in a basket, in the mortgage world. My husband and I, that's our mortgage, that's how we survive. So even though it slows down a little bit, we think of a new game plan, a new strategy. We just stay consistent, motivated, just stay positive. Your mindset overpowers anything and every obstacle that you have in your life.
Absolutely.
I promise you that. You stay positive, and I promise you, those that are not, feel like they might be drowning, reach out to somebody else and lean on them. Lean on your friends. Lean on your people. Lean on your tribe. Collaborate together. Build yourself back up if that's something that you have to do. But I promise you that the light is shining on the other side. And even though a lot of us find this very challenging right now, I promise you that it's gonna get better. It's just gonna take a little bit of time.
So what's the pain besides deals not closing? Because I've been posting questions, and a lot of people are chiming in. My intention is to go back and shed light and solutions to those questions. What is the pain that you guys are noticing right now in the market? Jackie, you said people are going back to look for work. What else?
I think there's sometimes you have very stubborn sellers that you're trying, agents are doing their best they can to educate these sellers that, them selling right now is not the same as how it was, after COVID or before COVID. It's a very different market right now. And I think it's educating them and getting them to understand. I think that's a very big pain point, because they still want to sell at such a high, they think that the market value is much higher than really what it is.
Right. How about you, Christal or Talia?
Right.
Talia, you are a certified mentor.
With Jack.
For those of you that may not know, Talia is a certified real estate mentor, and she's very good at what she does. What do you see happening, Talia?
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people not raising their hands for help. I think that, they're suffering in silence. And they think that they can do it all. I don't know, you can call it ego, pride, whatever the case may be, but I'm just seeing a lot of people not raise their hand and say, hey, I need some help. Does anybody have resources? Jackie, how can you help me? Christal, how can you help me? Lucy, how can you help me? And that is what I'm seeing. And it's unfortunate because, with a quick text or a quick phone call, they might just get some insight and some help that maybe, or just maybe open their mind to something a little bit different that they didn't think before, but because of that, they're holding themselves back. And that's powerful. Are you guys seeing that as well?
Yes. I think, I was going to touch on the same thing of what Christal said, like lean on the people that really do want to help you succeed. Right. Like how I mentioned, there's a title company on every corner, but not every title company has the staff or the person at that company that is willing to go above and beyond and help you. Right. So there's people like that out there. We're right here. Yeah. And so you just have to reach out to us, and we're doing everything we can to put ourselves out there and be those people that are out there, with the loud voices, but we can't do everything. And so you have to reach out to us too. And, you're going to have a support team that you probably didn't even realize you really needed. And when you do realize, what we bring to the table, collectively, individually, what we can bring to the table, it's going to open your eyes, and you're going to be exactly what Talia said. You're going to, get an experience where you're like, I didn't even know that this existed, or I didn't even know I could do this, or I didn't know this was a possibility. Right. It is. There's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of ways that people are doing things nowadays that are very different and that are very successful. Right. And, we attend, marketing classes and courses, and, we continue with our own education so that we can help educate you, and educate the real estate market. So lean on those people that are doing the work in the background to get the tools that you need.
I want to clarify something real quick, because Tali, what you just said was it was a bomb. Realtors are not raising their hand to ask for help. You are at the moment mentoring a real estate agent that has been in real estate for 6 years. Okay? Talia is literally mentoring someone in our local real estate industry that has been in business for 6 years. What is the number one thing, Talia, that she has told you and me, because I do the coaching with her, the coaching sessions, which is totally different, guys. If you don't know the difference, reach out, I'll help you. Training, mentorship, and coaching is not the same. Okay, they're part of the family, but hey, the mama and the sister and the cousin are not the same thing, right? So what is the number one thing she has told you the mentoring with you has done for her business?
So the number one thing that she told me was the accountability, right? Like knowing that someone is there watching and helping you, right? I think that has been the biggest shift, and she has told me because every week we get on a quick Zoom call for about an hour. We go through her tracking, we go through her obstacles. I help her kind of like think of different things. She asks me questions. I help her think of different things, and then we go right into role playing and practicing the scripts. But in that accountability huddle, I think that it has been the biggest help in her business, because she's like, oh wow, like I know that on Thursdays you and I are going to be talking about the week prior and what happened, and where were my wins, where were my fails. And that has been the biggest thing, because I've been helping her with that. So if she has an issue and she's like, oh hey, I need help with the planning part, or she's like, okay, I'm kind of struggling a little bit on the planning, okay, I gotta set some time aside to plan out my week. Hold me accountable. I'm gonna do this by Friday, I'm gonna do this by Saturday. And best believe that I'm there texting her, hey, how's the planning going? Hey, are you stuck anywhere? So like I'm just giving her, just showing her, hey, I'm here, I'm watching. If you need me, just let me know. But yeah, she has said that has been the biggest.
So Christal, let me move this on to you, because you were talking about the mindset. Let me tell you a little bit about the mindset. Agents are going through a lot of pain right now. They're stuck. They're not making money. They're stressing out, right? They're confused. They're panicking. They're literally watching their bank accounts get depleted if they had money in them, or they're watching for notices in the mail. When are they going to come and pick up my car? When are they going to come and, shut down whatever?
Right.
And do you know that most real estate agents are not raising their hand because they keep telling themselves the same story? I'm okay, I'm okay. So what you said about the mindset is absolutely true. Right. I've coached over 7,000 real estate agents since 2012 when I started training out of desperation, because from 125 agents, I ended up with 19. From 125 when the market crashed, I ended up with 19. And 18 of them were making no money. I'm like, no, this cannot be, right?
Right.
Why do you feel people refuse to have a mindset shift? I mean, you talk to them. Everybody wants everything for free. Everybody wants, because you said lean on me, and I would dare to say, lean on me, but you're gonna have to do the work. Because people are just running the stuff like do for me. No, come. I will show you how to swim, but you need to get in the water. I will show you how to float, but you need to belly up. I will show you where to go, but you need to show up. Yeah. And I get men. Come on, ladies, let's go.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm passionate about this. I could have been a statistic like everybody else. I could have been out of the business long time ago. If anybody had everything to fail in this, it was Lucy Quiñones. Like, tell us.
Right. I just feel like people are very stuck in how they're used to doing things. So when somebody trains themselves with a certain policy or procedure, it's like embedded into them. Just like us as childhood, our parents taught us so many things, and it came from our grandparents and things like that. But me being a mom with my own children, I realized that some of those things don't really work. You have to be acceptable to accept the change in order to make yourself grow to the next level. So when I speak to a lot of realtors, I notice that they're really just stuck in that mindset because honestly, people only know what they know and they only do what they're used to. And a lot of them are only used to doing what they know because it's what they used to. It's like a complete traumatic cycle of they're just accustomed to it. You know, it's not their fault. I have my own things that I'm used to that I know that I can slowly change and I'm working on it. We all have things that we can work on.
Yes.
But a lot of them, you know, when I speak to them, that's really kind of what I realized. And it's just kind of coming up with a plan how to hold, you know, each other accountable as a team so we can get to the next level that we would like to get to. And just kind of holding their hand and educating them, like you all stated. You know, a lot of us that are knowledgeable and want to help others, it's important for us to teach those classes. Get in front of those realtors that really need us, that can learn from us. You know, hold their hand and bring them up, because as we bring others up, we're also elevating ourselves as well. You know, help them rebrand themselves. Maybe they need to rebrand, or, you know, take all of their listings and come up with a new business marketing strategy or a new business plan, or, you know, sit with them and really take it to that next level. And when you have those conversations with them, like you can see their mind just exploding, because there's a lot of things that all of us do that they don't know that they should be doing, that they are willing to do. They just haven't had the person to bring it up to them, because a lot of them are afraid to just say, hey, I like what you're doing. How can I do that? Can you show me how to do this? Who should I be talking to? You know, and it's hard. It's really hard for people to ask for help. You know, a lot of us have so much pride and we're like, oh, I don't want to ask for help. I'm just going to keep trying. But what people don't realize is you're going to keep trying the same process and procedures with no end result. And at the end of the day, the world is changing so fast, we don't have the time to continue to waste. We have to sit down and think, okay, what do I need to change? What can I do better?
Yes.
What should I be learning more in? And kind of map it all out and kind of plug in your goals and expectations, aspirations. Who inspires you? Who should I collab with? And put it all down on paper. And I promise you, you guys stick to that and stay motivated and positive, and you're going to see the results that you're looking for.
You need someone to hold you accountable. Let me tell you, whatever the biggest pain that any real estate agent, team leader, or broker is going through, the root of the problem is no accountability.
Yes.
All of us here are accountable to someone. I know you ladies are accountable to someone. Dalia is accountable to someone. I am accountable to someone. And that's what makes it different. Guys, we could be here the rest of the day. This is so powerful. I already have a vision. We need to put together an in-person boot camp, business planning masters. Bring you ladies to the academy, which will be open again after its renovation very soon. But this is the moment to do a business plan that's going to launch your 2025 in a whole new trajectory. And it all starts with a rock solid business plan where, you know, Jacqueline comes in and talks about all her treasure chest of resources. Christal, you come in and talk about your, you know, maven mastery that you have for promoting business and moving people. Dalia brings in her mentorship, you know, secret sauce. And I just sit down and enjoy. Let's close it out. Dali, any closing words? And then we'll let the ladies do some closing words.
I mean, we're here. You know, we're here. That's all I have to say is if you need anything, just reach out. You know, we do this every Friday. We bring amazing women or amazing people like these women here to shed some light and be the voice and just offer solutions, right? So you definitely want to put this on your calendar every Friday around noontime. Agents in the Trenches, you're always in for a nice treat. And stay close to us with notifications, because we will be launching something really big, really soon. And these women are going to be involved in it as well. So details coming soon. But thank you, ladies, so much for taking the time. I know we have to wrap it up because we have some things that we have to do and go to Naples and decorate this tree. So yes, watch us, follow along with us on our stories, because we're definitely going to be shining light on that as well. But do you guys have any closing remarks before we close this out?
I just want to say that, at the end of the day, you have to remember your why. Why did you get into this? Why did you start? And who are you really doing it for? I know at the end of the day, when I think about my why is my son. Everybody's why is very different, but mine is my son. I never want to let him down. I want to do whatever it takes to make sure that everything that I have promised him and that I promised God that I was going to do, if he gave me a son, what I was going to do, I want to make sure that I'm living to those promises. And so at the end of the day, I want to yes, it's a beautiful thing to have an accountability partner. And I think that that is very valuable. And if you can get that, and do that. If you can do that, then do it, because I feel like that is something that you can do that is going to only benefit you. But at the end of the day, you also have to hold yourself accountable, yourself. And so thinking about your why, I think, is a great way to put that in perspective and know, how you're going to proceed and what you want to do and who you don't want to let down. So I think it's just very important to stick to that. You can follow me on social media. All my information about Basket Brigade will be down there. I'm excited. I think, like I started this out saying, with a business plan, I think that's how everyone needs to go. We're getting right in the season of that. It's vision board season. It's business planning season. Do it. And your business plan also, like Christal says, it has to include your marketing plan in there too. So you don't want to skimp on that. But thank you so much. It was a pleasure as always. I'm so excited, and off to Naples we go to do some good. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Christal.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was excited to be here. Just stay with your positive mindset. I strive to be the best role model for my girls. Have an amazing husband and wife team with my husband. Just be overall good person. That's my goal in life. I know God has a plan for me, and he put me here to make a difference. And I try to do that on a daily basis, even in the smallest way. And I'm just so happy to do this Winter Wonderland Tree of Hope. I just want to quickly say thank you to everybody that donated the gift cards for us and knew our vision. And I wanted to give a shout out to Riddles and Rhymes Academy. They had all their BPK students make us cards of inspiration, of hope. And they all worked so hard for these cards. And I'm so grateful.
Yes, thank you to everyone that put their hands one way or another on the plow. And it's a wrap. We'll see you next time.
See you next Friday.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks.